right. So what you been up to?
Hey, boo.
Hey.
What have I been up to? I'm trying to get balanced with food blogging and podcasting, and I want to start travel blogging. It's a balance, and I'm also fighting imposter syndrome and just wanting to be out there, but feeling weird about it. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on. I'm working through it.
We gotta have that as our next episode.
I know imposter syndrome is real.
Our generation is going through that.
Prevents you from following your dreams, I feel like.
I think that's what they say in the definition.
Yeah, I really be stuck. I'm in a loop. I'm trying to get out, but I'm in a place. So it's okay. Yeah. How's your week been?
It's been one of those weeks where I'm trying to balance. Yeah. It's been really, really busy, which is good. But at the same time, you're fighting off intrusive thoughts of being am I good enough to be here?
Yeah.
Did I bite off more than I can chew?
Yeah.
Is this,
It's real rough.
All while being positive and manifesting.
Yes. Manifesting and taking a moment to just give yourself the grace to take a deep breath. Because sometimes you just need to be
yeah.
Sometimes when you do that, you ain't.
I fired my therapist too.
You fired your therapist? Okay. You know what? I understand.
It could have been a result of PMS, but he's gone.
Okay. Do you do you want to say what was the deciding factor? Was he just not showing up for you in the way that you felt, or
I felt some type of way about him. I didn't feel like he was really giving me the tools that I necessarily felt that I needed. And then when I would talk to some of my friends and hearing what their therapist was saying to them, or different, one of my homegirls was my therapist write down 3 things that homework. You want to, whatever. Yeah. And I'm he don't be giving me no homework. Yeah. And when I'm on the phone with him, I'll be logically explaining things. And then he'll just be okay, well, I think it's good that you went to the gym. That's a really great way to,
kudos,
cool.
Help.
I'm
I need you to
honey, I could have thought of that myself.
And then give me a plan. Okay.
So I sent
he's not
him
giving you no plans. Okay.
We didn't have the right chemistry text.
Swan song.
I was on a Tinder date. I was we're not a match, sir. Thanks. But welcome to the girls oh my God. Welcome to, I got a tongue twisted. The girls want to know.
Hi, Booskies.
What do they want to know, girl?
Everything.
They sure do.
They want to know everything.
We need to know everything nowadays because shit is, This episode, honey, is strictly for my lovely Black sisters because it's a war outside with getting your hair done.
It is.
It is a war.
Very, very real.
And I don't remember it ever being this much of a war.
I feel like I don't know. I think I'm just starting to find my rhythm with my hair. And I've been living in LA for 12 years, 13 years, something like that.
It takes that long.
Yeah, it takes a while. But it took me a while to find the right stylist, to figure out what my braid to natural to blowout or silk press ratio is. It takes a really long time to figure out your groove.
Listen,
the Black hair struggle is real.
It's real.
Yeah.
I think also it's the Black, when I'm the Black pocket, it's my pockets.
It
struggle.
Is.
I don't know. I remember growing up, going to the salon. I wasn't paying for it, but I don't remember it being so traumatizing the way that it is now. At least back then, you knew you were gonna walk out of there with a, Patti LaBelle. You knew you were gonna have a Y2 comb to try to flatten.
Situation when you move, it was gonna
you
jiggle
was gonna come out of there like
Aretha,
but you was gonna be all right.
You was gonna look the fuck good.
Nowadays, you lucky if you getting your hair washed.
You lucky if you getting it washed, or if they show up on time. Or if they show up at all. Or if they show up at all and decide to refund your deposit.
How about they sometimes don't want to even refund deposits. They'll try to make you reschedule.
Baby, this happened to me this summer. This actually happened to me this summer. One of our friends, I needed my hair silk pressed. I don't remember what I was about to do, but I needed a silk press bad. And so I'm I don't know where to get my hair done because my girl was booked up. So I am talking to one of my friends about it, and he's oh, there's this place by you. It's 1 million seats in that salon. You can book with them. They usually have openings. I'm okay.
The 1 million seats would have had me
yeah, see, I didn't know.
Not 1 million available seats.
When you know better, you do better. So I called the salon. The girl I get on the phone is oh yeah, I can take you. I'm okay, perfect. She's you got to send a cash app to XYZ. I'm okay. So I send a cash app. We make this appointment on a Friday night. Okay. The appointment is for Friday at noon. I wake up Thursday morning at like 8 a.m. At like 9, my hairdresser that I wanted to go to initially texts me back and is like, I can get you in today. I'm like, okay, let me cancel this appointment. Mind you, I have made this appointment like 12 hours before. So you've had my $35 deposit for 12 hours. Like, I made this appointment on the phone at this place that has all the seats at like 7 o'clock on Wednesday night.
Right.
At like 9 o'clock on Thursday morning, I'm trying to cancel. She's like, oh, well, we don't refund deposits, but you can reschedule. And I'm like, I don't need to reschedule with you. I just want my deposit back. Well, we don't give deposits back. But your website doesn't say that. This is where you can get people. If the website doesn't say we keep your deposit, if it says that you must cancel within 24 hours.
Right, which usually.
Then I'm like, okay, fine. You can keep my $35. But babe, I'm not about to throw $35 to you and I'm never coming to your salon again. Give me my money back. She don't want to give me my money back. I called the owner.
You be calling the owner.
I'm that person. Because I just feel like this person has a reputation to uphold. Your money back? I sure did. He sent it back to me. Because I just feel like, girl, what the fuck you mean you're not about to give me my money back?
It's really weird. Like, you know, I had a situation recently which was like bizarre. I had got my hair done in Atlanta, which I usually do because it's like normal there. You get your hair done, it's like slightly a normal price and you leave happy and like you move on. You get online immediately and get on your story just to
show off your silk press. Like,
you know, so I found this girl here and I get there early. First off, she already looking at me salty that I'm there early.
Oh yeah, they don't.
You
like
know,
that. You gotta show up on the second of your appointment, and then if you are 61 seconds into your appointment, it's canceled.
She was looking at me like she was gonna cancel me in front of me. So I say, oh, you know, I forgot to ask, you know, because it was at a salon. So I assume that if it's at a salon, you wash hair.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I forgot to ask, do you wash? She was like, oh, yeah, that's extra. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll pay extra. She was like, if I have time. And she said it like, I'll break both of your kneecaps have time.
Not if I have time, girl.
If I have time.
To give you the full service that you're paying for.
Here's the thing. Not being able to get your hair washed as a Black woman now and you have to come already hair washed and blown out is a slap in the face.
It is.
Because these stylists nowadays are also charging
$160.
the full price
you charging
of salon
$160?
And you telling me to do half of my shit before I get there.
Girl, what?
So this bitch doesn't wash my hair and it gets better. She's like, while she's beating me in the head.
She waterboarding
you. Like, right, waterboarding me. She like, you tender-headed.
Get out of my face.
Bitch, no, but I'm not. Whoop my ass headed. So you need to slow down on the comb. And then they be looking at you side-eye when you say, yeah, I'm tender-headed. They be like, there's a tender-headed fee. So,
but you know what? They do be doing that for kids.
Upcharge.
For kids, they will do that. A tender-headed fee.
Girl.
Whole time you blow drying, dry hair, no product.
Crazy.
Like, of course the baby tender-headed.
On top of that, some of these stylists now, you could be getting simple box braids. They want you to bring the product. They don't provide anything.
Yeah. So the thing is, that's always been my experience with braiding. I've never gone to get my hair braided and had it washed. And so I do not know where they do that. But they do
I've never
that,
for a braid salon, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
But a regular salon getting your hair done, you're supposed to be able to just that should be a part of what comes with it.
I just don't
wash my
understand.
hair, style it. You charging me already $160, $200 out the gate.
The $160 really be sending me because I just feel like in the Midwest, if you paying $160, you getting a relaxer. You getting a trim. You might get a little wig. You might get some extra little pieces.
And they got snacks included.
And they got snacks and like cable on the TV or bomb R&B station playing. Like, why am I paying you $160 for you to do half the job?
It's ridiculous.
And yeah, so I did.
And then it snowed a little bit, and this bitch had the nerve to stop doing my hair and be like, "It's snowing." Picked up her phone, filmed.
It's real unprofessional.
When in the end, this chick had the nerve to be like, "Hey, girl, tag me on Instagram."
Yeah,
I can't lie. If I tag you on Instagram, it's gonna be I'm gonna bring you down. Yeah. Like, so I'm not even gonna do another Black woman like this.
No,
I'm gonna take this L and go.
So
home.
This is how I feel about it. I be taking the L because you really don't want to drag another Black woman's business.
Let me tell you something.
I definitely am of that mindset.
What is your worst hair experience where I feel like if I have to drag you, this is an experience.
So my worst hair experience, I feel like is kind of negligible. My worst nail experience was like...
You had a nail experience. I had a hair experience. Honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
Where I had to send one of those texts that you scroll to read because she showed up an hour and like 40 minutes late for the nail appointment. But girl, you got coffee.
Here's the thing.
I would like to fight.
I'm about to give you some tips on when you say no.
Okay,
to the appointment. If they don't tell you where you getting your hair done at,
girl, what?
And they don't give you the address until the day of
Not
the
you
appointment,
didn't get the location, girl.
It's a red flag.
Okay.
If they don't be responsive back and forth to you when you ask them questions about, I guess, how much hair you need or do I need this or that, like, it's a red flag. But I had a recommendation for braids. My friend always get her braids done. They looked good. I was like, oh, who's your braider? You know, she was like, oh, she affordable. She only like boop, 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 whatever. And I was like, oh, okay.
Boop, boop, boop.
She give me, I talked to the girl. The girl like gets back to me, but she never gives me the address of where we getting the hair done at. But I'm like,
which is like
desperate.
crazy because girl, you don't got a chair somewhere?
All I'm saying is I got to the house and she had just had a baby, like literally an hour before she did my hair. And so I get to her house,
Mama
the baby crying.
I ain't mad.
She damn near still got the bracelet on for the hospital.
Oh my God.
So the baby braided my hair. She braided my hair. Her little sister braided my hair.
This why
The
I can't
whole
go to nobody's
experience
house. Yeah.
Was outrageous. And then she was running around tripping over shit because it was like baby toys everywhere. And another one is grabbing your head. She combing. At this point, you like, bitch, I don't have no hair to braid.
You dragged me out of here.
I asked her, I said, you gonna just braid my hair dry? You're not even gonna try to add no water or no kind of product?
Girl, what you mean?
She was like, it does. She said, product, you ain't bring nothing? So at this point, then I was like, you're not even doing parts. Like, she wasn't even parting my hair.
What?
She was just taking pieces of hair and like putting braids on it.
Where did you find this woman?
By the time my hair was done, because she had took a break to go feed the baby and her little sister was braiding my hair. This is a true story. And her little sister looked real sad while she was braiding my hair. By the time they was done with the 9,000 braids
girl
that I had in my head, my neck was, I couldn't even.
You got an albatross around.
Nigga, I was sitting here like this. They was like, look up and see if you like it.
Girl, you like my head too heavy.
Anyway, I ran out. I didn't pay for the braids.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I called an Uber while sitting.
This is behavior that I encourage because, baby, if somebody put 2018 braids in your hair, not the year, the number. It is okay for you to run out on the plug.
I felt like I was in a getaway car.
Like, I was just so mad.
When I was running out, the little girl that was braiding my hair knew that I should have. She gave me the eye signal of run, bitch. And then no girl was like, where are you going? So I'm like running. Out. I get in the Uber. I damn near just dive in. Yeah. And I was like, go. The lady like,
she's like, bitch, did you just rob them? The fuck?
Well, she saw my hair when I jumped in.
She's like, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Scared, like, did you get away on time?
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
That was the first time I put somebody on blast.
Girl.
And I took a picture and I put it on Instagram and people...
I actually feel like I remember the photo.
Them
like, braids was piled the fuck on. Okay? Honey, these braids was piled on top of each other. It was insane.
Talk about this bitch said, I want to braid your forehead. Like
she like, let me get your eyebrow.
One of my eyebrows.
Yeah, no, she definitely deserves to be.
It was the first time I ever blasted anybody. And then she texted me all week being like, God will strike you down.
Of course. As if you did something wrong. Let me weaponize the word of God against you because you had the nerve to be annoyed about
I've had some
terrible
really bad
braids I gave you.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I haven't had like an experience like that. I've definitely had an experience where they try to tack on services without your consent.
Yeah, too.
So... back in the day, yeah, girl. I went to this lady and she was already charging like $160 in like 2012. So
she was
this was expensive
back then,
right? And so I go to this lady and I had been going to her for a while, but she would do this thing where she would have her assistants or interns wash your hair.
Right.
Except for these assistants and interns are like scared to touch you. So they like
They
not applying the pressure when they wash. So that good, like, therapeutic feeling that you get when you're getting your hair, well, you're not getting that. But also, they're not getting all the spots. And I'm real, like, I feel like just very neurotic about that. Like, if you put my head under the bowl and you don't hit all the spots, suddenly I feel like I'm itching. I don't know.
Suddenly I'm itching now.
Suddenly I'm itching. I just feel like, what is happening? So The assistant gets done washing my hair, and the hairdresser is like, I hear her tell her, do a deep conditioner.
Right.
And the girl is like, she said she didn't want a deep conditioner. And the hairstylist is like, do it anyway. So if you tell her to do it anyway after she's told you that I said I didn't want it, I'm just assuming you're doing it as a courtesy.
Yeah.
So I get the bill, and it's like $185, $190, something like that. It's way more than what I thought it was going to be. And
what were you getting?
This was a trim. This was back when I was getting relaxer. So it was like a whole situation.
Okay.
But if I told you I didn't want a deep conditioner, I feel like the deep conditioner was like an extra $40. Right. If I told you I didn't want this, don't try to pretend like you didn't know I said I didn't want it. So I get the bill, and I'm like, why is the deep conditioner on here? She was like, well, you got one. I said, but I told her I didn't want one. And she was like, but she did it anyway. Why didn't you tell her? I was like, I actually heard her tell you that I didn't want one. Girl, then we just had an awkward moment of us looking at each other, because I'm not about to pay you for this. Yeah. So we just was looking at each other like this. Like, everybody just looking like, I don't know what you want to do. I could give you a little bit of money, or I could give you no money, but I'm not about to pay you.
Because I will run out.
I'm not about to pay you for this. It was ridiculous, though. It's absurd.
What we go through as a whole as Black women for your hair, because it's so important for us. You feel good, and it's just like, our hair is different. We don't have like, everybody doesn't have the same type of hair. Whether you have like really curly hair or more coily. Yeah. Protective styling is something that's important. The health of your hair is what's important, and like doing it yourself is just not always easy. But we be going through it. Listen, like I have traumatized as a kid. Most Black women. So as you get older, and when you still going through that, you be running out.
I've been seeing these new stylists on Instagram or like TikTok, and they will post the videos of the kids crying the entire time they're in
getting
the chair.
their hair done.
Like, that be pissing me off, because I just feel like, why are you being this heavy-handed? Like, I saw a video of a woman blow drying a kid's hair. Mm-hmm. You don't have no product in this hair. You are using,
and you wonder why they crying.
Right. You using a blow dryer and a comb. Like, I'd cry too. You just ripping through this baby's head. Why? First of all, mom, dad, why are y'all allowing this for content? Second of all, ma'am.
Everybody want to go viral, baby.
Everybody want to go viral. Ma'am, where's your humanity? Like,
also, I feel like too, which is really sad for most Black women, because I see this so often online. We don't have anybody that takes the time for the actual care for our hair. There are a lot of stylists and women who want to be hairstylists, because in the world of in the Black community, hair care is a booming business. It's a huge market, because we care a lot about it. We have different styles, from braids to wigs to extensions. So everybody jumps into that game. Yeah. And a lot of people want to be hairstylists. So we get taken advantage of a lot in the process of just trying to keep your edges. You just want to keep your edges. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of Black women don't have them, or you see online they're going through alopecia, or you have some kind of like tension or something wrong with your hair, because everybody want to get the stylist money, but they don't give a damn about the health of your hair.
This is very, very,
so you
very
getting
true.
that sew in, it may look nice for Instagram, but when you take it down, you got 3 strands.
You really do. Your edges be like coming off with the glue. This is very true. So I actually go to a salon. Like the salon I go to is like old school, like it be women
and
in
that's
there.
The best.
They be with their laptops.
If I don't leave there with my hair sitting up so high, that I gotta let my curls loosen up in a couple days, and then I'm here.
Okay, baby, you get in the car and look in the mirror like, damn, these curls tight.
You know, your hair ain't done unless you gotta go home and hit it a couple times, and then you can really feel yourself. Like when I got my hair done in Atlanta, I came home smelling like the salon.
Yes. Baby, the last time I got
was in my head and tight and fresh for 3 days.
And then when they loosen up, baby, you got, I don't know if you remember Jermac Bounce Back. Jermac Bounce Back.
I don't remember that, but you definitely feeling yourself.
You be really having like it just be like.
These girls now be giving you hairstyles that you could do your damn self. It be basement.
It happened to me last summer.
Flat iron setups, and they be like, that'll be $300.
Happened to me last summer. This girl flat ironed my hair, and I should have knew. When she I feel like her flat iron was like a Conair or something, but it was like some shit you could find in like Walgreens. Like, she fucking flat ironed my hair. It was like 100 degrees in LA. I left the salon, and by the time I got to my next location, it was already starting to sit up. Like, lady, why have you forsaken me? Why you didn't put no real heat in my hair? Like, and she was one of those people where I had really great conversation and it was a really like fun relationship. But I'm not about to tell you that you don't know how to silk press flat hair, like black hair and let you come back and do it again. Mm-mm. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
This would have been a great relationship if you had like used a hot comb. Like,
the relationships I be trying to build with girls that do
you
hair,
can't. I can't build no relationship with a stylist that don't know to use a hot comb. I got 4B, 4C hair, girl. What you doing with a Conair flat iron? What I'm gonna do with this?
My favorite is when they cancel the night before.
Yeah.
That's my absolute favorite. Yeah. I had a girl do me that one time. I was like, she had gave me the address too soon though. I was right at her door.
You pulled up like, hey girl.
Oh, I didn't even know you text me. Yeah. She was like, all right then, since you here, I'm gonna go ahead. But my son here, I couldn't find a sitter.
Girl.
She snapped.
Okay.
My braids was lit, but
that's all that matters.
Her kid was riding a bike in the front room. And her baby daddy came over more than once.
Sometimes it be that. You know what? I think as long as you...
That's the thing, though.
It's a lot, yeah.
We got to deal with that, too. We got to deal with, for example, you find a girl online, because everybody is selling anything online. Instagram is getting girls that don't even have salons be like banging.
They don't even have licenses,
So you find Lene. Let's just call her Lene on Lene, Hair by Lene, because that's how they do. You find her, she tell you the address to her house. You get there. You knock on her door, out the gate, she like, who is it? You like, oh Lord.
I won't go to nobody's house.
And then you like, is this Hair by Lene? And she's like, oh, hey girl, come on in. I'm sorry about the place. You walk in, it's dead bodies.
Oh, no. Yeah, I just...
You know, you walking over dudes. I've had that happen to me. Like, she's like, oh, we had a party last night.
She's not been walking over dead bodies, y'all.
Not legit dead bodies, but you walking over people that like, y'all, they sleep or whatever.
Oh, you really was walking over bodies though.
They was all sleeping in the front room and she was like, come on to the back. You know, you walk in and then she like, put that down. You like, whoa.
No, see, yeah.
It's the whole thing. Then you sit down and she like, oh, you brought this hair? Yeah, it's an extra fee because I can't use this hair. This hair hurt my fingers. So you're going to have to buy hair from me.
Maybe not.
Or I'm going to charge you another.
My fingers.
I've had hurting hands. I've had, it's an upcharge because you could get charged an upcharge for being too early. You could get an upcharge. Like this.
They really come out of a bag on you.
They come out. Like by the time you done getting your hairstyle that you're going to take down next Sunday.
They be looking for reasons. They be looking for reasons to add on the extra charge. They really be like, if you're more than 5 minutes late, it's an extra $50.
It'd be all in the fine print.
But then they show up 15 minutes late. Like, girl.
Yeah.
The nail lady, the girl who, like, my most horrible experience, my appointment was supposed to be at 9. She called me at like 8:15 and was like, can we push it to 10? Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. I get there at 10. I'm like, let me know. She's like, I'm a few minutes away from the salon. I'm like, okay, let me know when you get here. Because I'm parked around the corner. Like, there's no street parking in front of the salon. I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And I text her back and I'm like, hey, just want to make sure I didn't miss you. She's like, no, I'll be there in a second. It's 10:30. It's 10:45. It's 10:50. Oh, I'm so sorry. The store I had to get XYZ from was closed. I had to go to another store. It's 11. Finally, she pulls up at, like, no joke, 11:30, 11:45. Like, it is so far past my appointment. She got coffee. Ma'am, I am really, really, really annoyed.
It's the inconvenience. And here's the thing that also bothers me.
Yeah.
What I just said 5 seconds ago is this is the biggest industry pretty much in the world. Like, it's other cultures that take advantage of this, and we can't even support our own because look how they do us.
Girl. The thing is,
as Black women, we should be the biggest, highest paid in the Black hair industry or in hair industry in general. Everybody want to have it. Everybody. White girls want braids.
Yeah.
Everybody. Meanwhile, we can't get Hair by Lene to show up on time.
Baby, she was so mad at me because I was annoyed. But then she also put my middle finger nail on crooked. And so I said something about it. And then she was like defensive.
There's a talkback fee.
Like, literally. And then when she gave me the price, it was way more expensive than the price she quoted me. Like, girl, we are done forever.
Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for you two, bitches would be looking a mess.
I was so angry. Like, you have wasted my time in here. Yeah. You have given me a terrible full set. And I will never forget you.
I learned how to do a lot on my own due to the fact of living in LA. It's overpriced to get your hair done.
It is.
And there is not a lot, at least where I live, a lot of Black salons. I don't really like, or it's like trial and error and you be really scared. Like,
so that's what I mean. I just finally found like my consistent braider, my consistent silk press girl. I have a girl that will maintain my curls. Like I finally found a team.
You have like a team.
I have a team, but it has taken a really long time of trial and error to get to this place because I've definitely got a couple really terrible silk presses. Like I've gotten braids before where they braided it so close to the edge I felt like I might not have no hair when that took them out.
Honey.
So yeah, it's definitely been a lot of trial and error. And I also think that aside from the trauma that we go through with stylists, we go through a lot of shit at work just because our hair is not considered professional. Like we're constantly having to advocate for ourselves in the workplace because the hairstyles that we wear that are like culturally specific for us are deemed unprofessional. Well, I don't know if you can wear hairstyles like that. And so there were many times where I just had to show up with the hair that they told me I couldn't wear. Like, who gonna say something?
And somebody canceled on you, so now you gotta just
like it just is what it is. Or the policy will be like you need to put your hair in a ponytail. Fro,
exactly. And if that wasn't presentable at that job and your braider canceled, looks like you're wearing that puff.
But the thing is, the funny thing about that situation is that there would be like instances where the policy at my old job would be like your hair, if it's past your shoulders, needs to be put in a ponytail. But if I pay $160 for a silk press, I'm not about to put this in a ponytail. I can assure you. I'm not about to put a ponytail line in $160 silk press.
I've never worked in environments where they were too aggressive for that.
Girl,
but I think that's
corporate America. I feel like any kind of job where you're representing a brand or a corporate team, it can be very oppressive when it comes to the hair. Like, and the thing is, the policies are set with a white standard of beauty in mind. So if you telling them to put their hair in a ponytail every day, they could do that. They're going to go home and wash it. And the ponytail line is gone. But aside from me taking the ponytail out and then repressing my hair, I just gotta have this ponytail line after I spent all this money on a silk press. I'm not about to do that.
And black hair doesn't really do that. I don't know how everybody else's hair is, but my hair has its own like personality. Yeah. Like it'll be like living its best life in a ponytail for a week and everybody be like, oh my God, I love your ponytail. And then next week, it don't want to do the ponytail no more. It don't want to
do what you tell it to do.
Like even if I do the same arm movements that I did a week ago, this week, it ain't really gonna,
I think that's...
So now I gotta buy a ponytail and put it over there. Because this one ain't acting right.
I feel like that happens for us though, where your hair will do something very specific that you love, and then you try to replicate it,
and it's just like no,
fuck you, and you be like,
that's my hair. My hair is very like it only really loves life and braids, really.
Okay.
Although I'm bored with it. I've always worn box braids my whole life, even as a kid. But like, it seems like when I let it out and I get it blown out, like it'll just break off.
Damn.
I have really sensitive hair. Like I can only do too much fiddling with it. Like I could play with it. Like I've only had great health with my hair when I braid my own hair. And then when I take it out, I could have somebody do my fro and it'll be like healthy and great and big and amazing for 1 week.
Yeah.
And then it's not going to necessarily fro the same as it was froing. And then it's basically telling me like, okay,
and then
that
you
was
be
cool.
wanting to cry when you get ready to leave because your fro is doing something very weird
different
that you've never seen it do before. Yeah.
It's screaming, put me back in braids.
But have you ever like done a twist out or a braid out and took it down and cried though? I've done that so many times.
You don't know how many times you cry in the mirror alone.
Braid down. Like,
with the comb in one hand.
You just be looking in the mirror like, oh
what
my
happened?
God.
I waited a whole night.
What am I going to do?
It's time to go to work now.
It really be, okay, so I tried to call in sick one time.
You could call in sick if your braider cancel on you.
You really need to.
Getting your hair done is so important.
It's like a real thing. I try to tell my lady, I'm like,
you can't hate your job and go to work ugly
and hate your hair. You hate your job and hate your hair, baby.
It's a day.
I'm gonna hike to the top
it's
of
a wrap.
And like swan dive off. I can't live like that. It's not safe. I definitely tried to call in when I was transitioning. Because the detangling process when you're transitioning, now I'm to the place where I could do a wash and blow dry, like detangle, blow dry. It takes me like an hour. Yeah. I'm good. But back in the day when I first went natural, baby.
Oh.
It
wasn't
so
what
bad.
It is now.
No, it used to take me hours to detangle, but because you have
It's a detangle
textured,
fee.
like coil. Exactly. Like,
I've been told that before.
It really is a detangle fee, but the fee
like
be your
the stylist
sanity.
having a day?
The fee is really your sanity. Like
extra.
you really be on the edge. I'm about to be at my 13th reason if I cannot get these fucking knots out. So I washed it one morning because I used to be able to just wash my hair and put it in a ponytail and go to work. Baby, I was transitioning and washed this hair. And the way these tangles was like hanging on.
You was like, this is new.
I was like, what am I supposed to call my boss? And at the time, I was like really cool with my boss at the time. And I was like, my hair is super tangled. I cannot come to work.
You were like, I don't know.
She was like, if you don't get your ass to work.
Did you go to work looking bananas?
I managed to get it in a ponytail.
I've had a moment like, what is your worst hair story when you couldn't get it together? I have the funniest.
I tried to do Bantu knots.
Oh, that'd always be a fail.
Oh, I tried to do Bantu knots because this girl on YouTube told me I could do Bantu knots.
Them bitches be lying.
They be lying.
I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of watching a YouTube video. I'm like, and all you got to do is 1, 2, bad bitch.
The way that my hair was like it was just so absurd. I FaceTimed my sister. My sister is like the worst, baby, because I fucking FaceTimed her and I'm like in tears.
Was you going somewhere?
I was about to go to work.
You always about to go to work?
I was always going to work. I
At least you get in the
FaceTimed
bag.
her and she was like, oh my God. And then she busted out laughing.
Oh my God.
She laughed so hard and I'm like crying, like, what am I going to do? She was like, you're going to have to like brush it and put it in a ponytail or something. Like, the amount of times though I have taken out a twist out or some kind of natural hairstyle and my hair be like, you thought I was feeling you? No.
Like, that you know what? When you
today.
first transition into being natural, it is so hard in the beginning because when you're watching these videos of other women,
it makes it seem so easy.
It makes it seem easy. On top of that, you don't know what your texture is going to be until you jump into it. Yep. Like the whole natural hair movement was a thing. It's kind of dying now. I see bitches perming their hair again.
Right. Yeah, I ain't going to get no perm, but yeah, it's back to silk press season for sure.
That was the funniest story for me for my hair because I've always had like hard times with my hair, especially because me and my mom have different textures. My mother has very, very straight hair, almost like she's Hispanic.
Okay.
So she didn't even know what to do with my hair growing up. And like, so she would freak out all the time how like coarse it was and how the detang. And she didn't, and there was no like what we've learned now. There was no YouTube.
No YouTube University, honey.
But I had this like it was the time where the girls were doing glued in tracks. So I was like at that age. So I had glued in all these tracks in different colors, right? They were like pink and like whatever. And like, this was me in high school. And like, so my grandmother passed away and my mom was like, upset, of course, it's her mother. And she had a lot going on. And she was just angry at my hair that day. She was like, you're not going to the funeral this way.
With the pink and
all this stuff. She's like, you got to pull it together for your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
So she made me like take it all down. Like, anyway, it was funny because like my whole family had came in town for my grandma's thing, so everyone saw me like with this like long like cool hairstyle and all these things. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then it came to the funeral and my mom made me take it down and I was
gonna say, what was the hair like when you took it down?
When my mom took it down and washed it and she tried to give me a whatever with rollers. Oh, Jesus. It was definitely very tight, short.
Them curls, what Nene say was tucked.
They was tucked, baby. They was definitely tucked under. I was definitely giving Grandma
Rose.
Grandma Rose sitting in the corner with tight pin curls. My cousins, it was so embarrassing because all my cousins that saw me at the funeral, they were like, Tima?
Oh, God. They was like, what happened, bitch?
They kept on being like, what did they do to you? And then it's like a funeral too.
Oh my God.
And my mom kept on being like, fix your face. You got to say bye to your grandmother. So you gonna go in there and you gonna smile. How you gonna smile looking like that?
But also, why do we feel like grandma cares if I have pink hair? I guarantee you grandma do not care if I have
grandma
pink
was laughing
hair.
at how the fuck
Yes.
She was like, look at my bald baby.
Yes. Because if grandma was still here, she would have advocated for me to keep my pink hair.
Girl, and it was short. My hair was damaged from like,
I'm so
all
sorry
the like
that happened to you.
Weave and shit I was putting it in too. So I was definitely bald head.
Yeah.
With like 3 curls.
Damn.
Sitting in the front. And all my family members being like, Tima.
They was like, "Are you okay?"
Everybody kept on being like, "You look so sad.
Are things okay for you? Like, I know this is a sad time, but you especially." Like,
first time ever being traumatized of just like literally sitting in a funeral.
That's real. That's real. Though. We really do have like significant hair trauma.
That should have been a call off day. I need to call off.
And you really need to call off. Like, can we reschedule the whole thing? I know that everybody's in town for the funeral for this day, but my
I
hair
just
is
knew
fucked
my
up.
grandmother was heating me up from the casket. Like, if you don't get your sponge roller head looking ass. But that's how it begins.
She dragged you, yes.
As a kid, you be traumatized from hair experiences to when an adult, it be traumatizing. Like I swear, when I got those braids, and it was like at least 10,000 of them. My ancestors came back and helped me take them bitches down. I never took braids down so fast in my life, bitch. That same day.
Yeah.
All 97 of those bitches came.
There's so many braids that you can't even get your hands around it for a ponytail.
There were no ponytails.
Yeah. That's when I know that you have really done a number on my head. If I cannot get the braid, like a ponytail in there, you've done too much.
It's too much when you call the stylist and you got to say, "Hey, my hair is really, really tight. I know I said I wasn't tender-headed, but I'm feeling like I'm not going to have braids in the front in the morning." And they say some stupid shit like, "Take a Tylenol."
When you have them little bumps, then you know you got to take it down the same night.
Yeah.
If it's the little bumps, you can't do that. You got to take it down the same night. Because, baby, them little bumps will have you bald in 3 to 5 business days.
Again, like, the war on edges.
Yeah, the war on edges is real.
Because Black women are taking our edges from us.
We taking our edges from ourselves.
It's like, why you being a hater on my edges?
We are the drama. Like, it's us.
It's unfair. It's so unfair. That's why I took down my sewing I had, because I was like, I called the girl and I was like, "Oh, it's really, really tight." And she was like, "Oh, take a Tylenol." And I was like, "I don't know if that helps my edges." And so I like ran cold water on it and it loosened up or whatever. But just something about it, just you could just feel your hair be talking to you.
Your hair be hurting.
So when I took it down, my scalp was all sore.
Yeah, your face like relax when your hair be too tight after you take it down.
I was like, this bitch wanted to take my edges. She was hating on me out the gate.
They don't.
That's why I be seeing videos and it be bitches with hair in the middle.
They don't want you to be a bad bitch.
I was looking like Marlon Wayans when he was doing the comb over.
Marlon had a comb over?
I don't know what movie that was, but he was like, I kept sending everybody.
Wait. What is this?
When I took my sewing down, bitch, I was like, you about to have a comb over.
Oh my God.
If you didn't take this down today, you was not going to have no edges. I feel like, though, it's sad that now in 2023, though, it seems as if no one's washing hair. Like, you literally have to wash your own hair
like
now, ladies.
Recipes, I feel like.
What you mean?
Just because I think that everybody is trying to figure out how to maximize profit. And so they want to take less and less and less and less time.
Yeah.
But the thing about hair care and like being a stylist in general is supposed to be so that you can nurture my hair better than I nurture it at home. But if you're not doing the washing, which is what our like historically what we've experienced, then you're not actually taking care of my hair. And so when I say we're losing recipes, I mean that the hairstylists are not really here to take care of our hair. Because if you, back in the day, if you went to go get your hair done every week, your shit would be down your back.
Yes.
Because they gonna take care of your hair. They gonna wash it. They gonna give you the steam treatment. And so the girl that I go to actually really does take good care of my hair. Took me a long time to find her though. And it really is a salon. Like you be walking in and you see all the Black ladies sitting under the dryer and they be having books and laptops and like they little
that's what I need.
Luxury clutches be like on the floor next to it. Like it's a real Black salon experience. But a lot of people don't want to do that because they want to maximize the profit. So if I can get 10 heads in at $150 versus 7 if I'm incorporating a wash, I'm gonna just do the 10 heads. Y'all can wash your own hair. You know what I mean? Like that's what they want to do.
It's quantity over quality.
It's quantity over quantity. It's how much money can I make?
That's sad because I just feel like, you know, since I've lived here and I'm going on 11 years, I've been here 10 years.
Yeah.
And I've only had one great stylist. And she's
Where's she at?
She left and decided to get into Reiki.
She decided to get in what now?
Is it where the spirits?
Oh, okay. Like Reiki cleansing.
Yeah.
Okay. It might be Reiki. I don't know.
I think it's Reiki.
Okay.
She stopped and she started doing that. And but that was a great natural hair 4C stylist. My hair was growing. This was like back when I would like do my braids and then I would go to her for trims and a little blow. Yeah. Now I'm trying to find that.
It's hard when you lose your person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when my nail lady be out of town, I don't really know what to do with myself. And she has like, he's gonna kill me. I'm like tearing this microphone up today.
It's sad when that happens though. But I feel like Black women it's tough for us because, you know, you don't, even if you do know how to do your own hair, like it takes time out of your life.
It does, and you just don't want to. I don't want to do my own hair. Yeah. I
usually do my own braids, and 2-3 days out of my life.
I can't do that.
It's 2-3 days out of your life. If you want to do it right, where you actually gonna, you know, rock it and wear it for a while. Like, you gotta take your time because you can't see in the back, and that's gonna take
forever.
So it'd be taking me 3 days.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. So I definitely am start a project and stop in the middle. And I really would stop in the middle of my head and then be calling around trying to find somebody to finish braiding my hair because I just don't have the patience to. I feel like braid, for me, like I couldn't do it.
I do it now just because, you know, I'm sure you had to go through a lot of trial and error before you found those stylists.
I did.
I'm still going through my trial and error. Like I found a braider, but she's unreliable. Yeah. She's great, but I know with her, it could be a cancel the day of. Yeah. So I'm looking for like more of a braid salon now.
And I feel like when you getting your braids done, it's always usually for something. Like I usually get braids because I'm about to go out of town. Or because I have something important that I need to film. Like I'm about to be somewhere. Like if your braider cancels the day of, that is just like a different level of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, that's on the verge of you.
You have ruined my vacation, ma'am. Like
you finna end up in the back of somebody's trunk, and it never was supposed to go that way.
Never
no, I'm
was
kidding.
Supposed to, like, bitch, better have my money.
Everybody was supposed to have a great weekend. Now you missing.
I'm supposed to be a bad bitch.
I'm kidding.
And now I'm in here looking a mess because you didn't cancel my appointment at the last minute.
I think that's what I think nowadays it's important to, like, we going back to the old school of knowing how to do your hair.
Yeah, I can't go back.
We are though.
Yeah, no. I can't. Like I literally can't. So I will just be.
You like? No, I'm not gonna be.
I'll shave my head. I will just be one of them cute little bald girls. Because I just don't like. I'm not a do my own hair type of person. Yeah. Pretty much every attempt that I've made to do my own hair has failed pretty miserably. Like I think in the 4 years that natural. Like when I had
How long did it take you to figure out your natural journey?
Literally figured it out this year. Or
it took you a really 2022. Long time.
Yeah. So I have been natural though since 2017. Okay. And I did like a big chop. So I had like an inkling of what to do with it, maybe a year and a half, 2 years into it. Okay. And I did get one successful twist out. Maybe that twist out was bomb.
Okay. But I started learning.
It's one.
I've gotten a lot.
One successful twist out in 5 years. That's just a terrible ratio.
Yeah. I think it's something within like my hormones that I think my hair changes, or sometimes like they would say like you got to switch up your twist out patterns or something. That's what I learned that was working. Okay, you had to understand how your hair was going to lay in order to
I have given up.
Yeah, that twist outs are so specific.
It is a very specific thing.
If you like, I want my hair to lay like this way in the front, you got to twist this way. If you want it to lay on the sides, you want to go down. Okay. If you just do a random twist out, it's going to come out random.
And the thing is, it's better if you flat twist it versus if you do a loose twist. Because if you do a loose twist, all this little piece of the roots just like straight and then they start a spiral.
This is the thing for me. And I don't know how this is for most Black women, but when I was natural, I was rarely wearing my fro out because of the fact that I have extreme shrinkage. Yeah. Like I would only wear my natural fro out like during the winter seasons. And that was short in LA.
The mini fro situation is real.
I would just hate that I would be in the house being like, you getting ready to kill him, and then step right outside and then turn right into the mama from Good Times. Now you looking like...
Baby, that mini fro be humbling as fuck. Okay?
Mini fro. you walking around like you the baddest and then go in the bathroom and be like, wait a minute.
I'm
the mama from 227.
It's really hard to feel like a bad bitch with a mini fro.
With a mini fro.
And some women can pull it off. But I am not. My face is too round. Like my confidence is not there. I cannot pull off a mini fro.
Shrink is to take your ass. It'll have you in the Uber going home.
Yes.
Go home.
Let me cancel my plans. Hold on, y'all. I'm not gonna make it.
being natural was so much more work for Black women. I'm like, we already got enough shit to do.
Yes.
Now you telling me I gotta wake up in the morning, moisturize this, put this in it, have this protector in it, make sure I got some kind of silk something nearby, because if it get too much air, or if it rub on the seat in the car, or
it just
you gonna have it's stupid.
We really be thinking about it all the time though. I don't know if you remember this, but we was at like a club a couple weeks ago. Everybody was vibing. I feel like people was high, they was smoking.
Yes.
They was
Where
drinking.
was you at?
We was all together. I feel like we was at, I don't remember, somewhere in Hollywood. But I basically Adults only.
It was great.
I turned around and looked at you and I go, I need a wax stick. And then we just fell out laughing because we really just be thinking about our hair all the time. Like,
you was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be out here caught with these flyaways again.
Yes, I could feel my edges curling up while we was at the club, and I was like, I need something to rectify this. Yeah. And I remember you said something about a wax stick. Wax sticks are great. Now we in the club. It's 10:30 at night. The music and you was like, going. You know what? I need this shit. Everybody high. And I'm like, I need a wax stick. Yeah.
I always thought about getting into the lane of like hair products. There's so much.
Oh, yeah, girl.
But I just feel like what we deal with our hair is crazy. Like, to me now, I mean, I would never get a relaxer again, but.
I wouldn't either.
But just because the damaging it does to your scalp.
I also think they've recently discovered that it may be linked to fibroids.
Yeah, I saw that. I just feel like I don't like being natural. It's not fun. The timing and like, you know, how sensitive my hair is. Not every Black girl's hair is sensitive, but for me, it's like too much heat can damage it. But it's not manageable unless I blow it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it's a gift and a curse for me. But I'm never really wearing my natural hair out like that. Like,
I actually love my natural hair and I'll wear it out from time to time. I do have heat damage from from all
the blowouts I just been getting.
I definitely
and the color that I did to my hair too. Yeah. The trim I just got was very humbling.
Yeah, the heat damage is real, but I love my natural hair. And I also think because I have gotten to the place where I know how to care for it, I definitely love to like wear it out. But when I had done my big chop, there's really not a whole lot you can do to style it. So when I was in that mini fro stage, my confidence was just shot.
Yeah, everybody talks about that. I was so scared. That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, how are you supposed to style this when it's in this phase? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with this.
I started wearing braids fairly early during my, like, when I started slowly cutting off my relaxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get braids until I feel like I probably got braids at the beginning of 2018, and then I didn't get them again for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah.
I wore box braids for probably like 3 years, and it was the like healthiest my hair had ever been.
But do you find that, so this is the first time I've actually gotten box braids that are this size. Do you find that you'll be doing something and this one will get cut and you feel, or not cut, but caught in something and you feel it pull, and then you wonder if this is affecting your edges at all? Like, I feel like these front braids, I'll be doing something and they'll like catch onto something and it pulls my edges, and it makes me wonder if the braids are smaller than this and they're catching on stuff, is that putting tension enough on your hair to make your edges come out eventually if you constantly wear small braids?
I don't think it has a thing to do with the size of it, like small or big. I think what people fail to understand with braids is you need to moisturize your hair 10 times more than you would regularly, because it's in something. And it's also your hair sheds every day. So you're not combing off the dead follicles. So they're in there. So what I always tell people, what helped me was like, you gotta be putting in some kind of like rosemary oil or castor oil or some kind of something and massaging your front part of your hair consistently so that it's like, because if not, you'll notice eventually it's gonna get thinner and thinner and thinner, and that's just.
But I think it might be, the reason I think it might be specifically to small braids is because when I have large box braids, I feel like if they get caught on stuff, it's pulling on a lot more hair.
Okay.
Like the section is a lot bigger. When this pulls, it's just pulling on this little piece of hair. Yeah. And I feel like if you are one of those people who wears small braids constantly, I do wonder what the damage to your edges are.
It depends on the hair type. Like how strong is your hair? Like how you got to know your hair type, and like your stylist should, getting back on them, they should be like, you know, this person's hair can handle this, or
I remember
how long you keep it. you know.
Yeah. What your breakage.
But then for me, it's like, it don't matter, because even if I'm like, oh, well, my hair needs a break and I don't want to have braids for a while, I'll take my hair out. But then you do your hair every day to look presentable. Mm-hmm. So that's everyday manipulation.
Yeah, that's why my curl pattern is a little janky, because I've been flat ironing and just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I need to find. I just feel like nowadays it's really hard. I feel like Black women, everybody shares this story of not having anywhere to get their hair done.
I want a like 32-inch bust down.
Are you trying to get a wig? I never really got into that. I got one good wig just because everyone was like, you should have one as an entertainer.
Where you get it from? You get it from?
I got a good one. From Love Me Hair, I believe it is. Okay. It's a really good human hair wig. The only thing that I'll tell you about those wigs, because it took me, I didn't learn it like the YouTube girls did. Trying to put it on, how easily they be making it look like.
Yeah, no, you can't do it. You gotta
I never figured it out.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I plucked it better, kind of. I don't know if I ruined it and plucked it to death, but
overplucked.
But it one of my sides is too plucked. Like I'll be trying to pull it over my ear.
You got to put a little extra hair on that side.
But that will take your edges faster than anything.
The glue. Okay.
You ever see I don't know, it'd be on my timeline. Okay. I'll be on TikTok and then you see the girls like taking their wigs off. You like, oh.
I remember I saw Doja Cat take a wig off a couple years ago, and she just kind of like pulled it just very like you remember in the old movies how people used to like take their face off?
Mask off?
Yeah. She really like pulled the wig off, but like you could see the glue coming up, and I just felt like if the glue is coming up like that, your hair has to be coming. It was just really like, oh my God.
I don't know no girlies that wear wigs are like they got edges. Peace out. I'm sorry.
No, I feel like Portia from The Real Housewives has really.
Well, she's got money.
She do got money.
Portia got somebody to take her wig off for her.
Yeah, she do.
I gotta take my shit off for me, so I got to. I'm not getting ready to rip my whole edges off trying to play games. Right. Well, because I feel like the girls that have money, you could get it in with the wigs. Like Sierra wigs be top tier.
Cardi B, and then they take their braids out and their hair be long as fuck. Beyonce, like y'all have the longest, healthiest
Somebody's
hair.
taking their wig off for them.
Somebody's taking care of their hair. I read that Beyonce wigs be like $100,000.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Like, and then I'm impatient. I'm one of those girlies that doesn't really like to have a lot to do with myself in the morning. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm irritated now that I'm like going through adult acne again.
Girl, what is that?
I don't know. I think it's something going on because there's a lot of women going through that right now. It's weird.
Acne has decided
it's a normal global conversation I've been having with women everywhere.
What is happening?
And it's literally in the same area for every woman. So
okay. Like, something's going on. Mine is happening right here.
When I went to my dermatologist, she was already like, oh yeah, 3 girls already came. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out like what has changed in the last like 6 months that
you
we're
never know
all
what the fuck we could be eating.
Teenage acne.
It's crazy.
Like, I'm really tired, okay? I'm exhausted. I don't want to have to spend $150 on skincare routines and supplements every month.
To me, I feel like as a woman or anybody nowadays, you spending so much money on the way you look.
Yes.
Get out of here. That's what I'm saying. Like, having to deal with stylists who either if they gonna be on time, if they gonna do your hair right, you gonna spend at least $300 and up.
It really costs.
If you want it, it costs so much money to look like a presentable human being.
Yeah, like you really got
to be fine.
To be fine.
To be fine, it do cost.
And this is the funny thing. I recently thought, I wonder if I would want to get lashes.
Oh, I do that all the time.
That shit is so expensive.
It's not real expensive.
It's I just feel like upkeep, yes. Yeah. To add that to my...
Yeah, I'm about to go do that next week.
Yeah, but like, damn. I think about like, okay, this is what I'm spending on my creams and my supplements and then my nails.
Yeah.
And then my pedicure. Mm-hmm. And then I also got to make sure I put in the budget to get my hair done. Do I really want to add lashes? But I kind of want to add lashes.
I'm definitely that girl. But I mean, that's a saying. Yeah. You're not ugly. You just poor. Like
you just poor.
Like it is what it is. I always tell people all the time, like if I look this good at this budget, bitch.
I know, baby.
Don't let me get on, Beyonce.
When the bank account got
I'm coming for you, girl.
Multiple zeros. You're not gonna be able to tell me.
I will
nothing.
Be. But I mean. But that's the thing though, you like having money too. It's like, you know, all of us are working really, really hard to try to like budget out our lives in general. Now you got to think, well, if I'm going to get my hair washed and my hair is going to be actually taken care of so I can keep my edges, I got to also spend almost damn near $500 to keep my hair in order.
$500?
Because most places are not they're charging a lot to start to even get your hair done.
Oh, I I feel like I still pay
average-
$160.
What are you getting?
If I get a silk press and a trim, it's $160.
Okay,
silk press, trim, and I also do like a steam treatment.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
That's
for
amazing.
$160.
And the steam treatment really does put so much moisture back into your hair. Like the difference between what my like shine level is.
Well, that's not bad.
With or without it. That's really good. That's what I'm saying.
Really
like that's
good.
why I love my salon, because it really is like the old school salon.
It's girls charging more than that in their house.
No, and I just can't fathom. I cannot fathom. And the thing is, like, I am not a person who enjoys services. Like, it stresses me out to get my nails done. I don't necessarily love going to the salon, which is why it's so annoying for me when I get a hair wash and they not actually washing the hair.
You said that, yeah.
Because this part is something that I do actually enjoy.
We look forward to that part.
We look forward to that part. But
that's the disappointment when she said it's extra. And I'm like, okay, I'll pay for it. And you like, if I have time.
Yeah.
You're ruining my experience in the salon out the gate. Because a salon for a woman is also... It's the same thing it is for a man to go to the barbershop. It's a release to be therapeutic. If I'm walking in intention, you already charging me just for walking in. Yeah. I'm stressed. Now
and then
you don't
I gotta
want
worry
to wash
about
my
if
shit.
I'm gonna like this shit when I get done.
Your little cousin is doing my braids,
baby. So I guess I'm not as stickler about the hair thing as I am about nails. My nails
obviously.
are really
Alicia been like, my nail girl almost got
my nail girl is
just be doing
amazing.
press-ons.
No, I'm like real neurotic about the nails.
You know what? I feel like I'm neurotic about the way I look, just because, or just beauty products and stuff like, waxing toes. That shit gotta, like, I hate it for me. It ain't even like if nobody don't see it. Like right now, my toes look ridiculous, but I can't see them no more.
Yeah.
So I got.
As long as they cover, but I definitely am that person where I'm like, gotta be together because you look at it and it makes you sad.
Yeah, but
like you just feel defeated.
But it's traumatizing when you could feel the energy of they're not doing your hair right.
Yeah.
And you've been waiting to get, like, you've been anticipating getting your hair done. Now you're there, you're in the chair, you trying to relax. Yeah. She charging you more. And then you can feel this ain't gonna turn out right.
Yeah. It definitely is a very frustrating experience.
It's the worst when you in an Uber crying. Looking ugly. On your way back home.
I definitely have only cried after I've attempted to do my own hair.
When I got those braids done, you do know I had to go to set. So I had to do a whole episode looking like that. And I never watched that TV show ever. They had a premiere. I didn't even come. I pretended like that never happened. So if that ever gets aired,
I'm not gonna make it, guys. I'm so sorry.
Can't nobody recognize me with all the damn braids.
That's funny.
They can't see my face.
No, not you saying, I know y'all paying me for this, but I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Girl, it's sad because it was like the episode was cute. I couldn't even think.
Yeah,
I couldn't even remember what I was supposed to say.
You really do be so like,
I was distraught,
so obsessive about it. And the funny thing is, nobody really even notices when your hair is not up to your standard.
Yeah, I don't think nobody else thought it was bad as it was.
In your head.
But my neck was so weak.
Yeah, you like a bobblehead, like you can't.
I was looking ass. I couldn't even keep my shit up.
I can't. Oh.
But I just feel like it's so hard now to find a stylist, and like to find somebody that's affordable who's going to like actually care if you're gonna have strands of hair afterwards.
So this is what I don't
think nobody care about that.
For services, I definitely will look at the Instagram, but I am a firm. I do, but I'm a firm and true believer in Yelp. I won't go nowhere if I don't read.
What if they don't have one?
I don't go.
I know that now. If you don't give me the address, I'm not gonna go.
If you don't,
definitely not on Yelp.
I need a business that I can go see on. Like, if I type in your business, it needs to be on Google.
Right.
I need to be able to click from Google to the Yelp page. Yeah. Like, I'm not going unless you have multiple reviews showing that. So the girl that I gave my deposit for 12 hours, who tried to keep it, they had multiple reviews.
Oh, it did.
So I felt comfortable, like, okay, this is going to be okay. And when I looked at her Instagram, she was doing 32-inch bust down. So I'm like, okay, maybe
she got it.
I can come back to her after.
That's
and
how
get
you
a
get
bust
trapped
down.
into it.
Right, no. And the thing is, if she had given me back my deposit, I probably would have gone back to her.
Right.
But the fact that you are trying to keep this $35, ma'am.
Let me just say that again.
Yeah.
I would have gone back to this girl because she wasn't terrible. But the fact that you told me if I have time.
Yeah, and I think people
don't
your
opening statement.
But this is what I mean when I say we losing recipes. Because people don't want to take the time, but also people do not understand that in order to run a successful business, you need repeat clients. You need repeat clients. You cannot build a business on first time. The people who are sustainable, the people who make your business sustainable, who keep you afloat when the shit gets rough, it's your regular clients. Like, if you're one of those people who is constantly depending on new business, you're not going to survive when the economy tanks. Because you know who coming to get their hair done when they ain't got no more money in their account? The girls who been coming to get their hair done.
Exactly. And now you should be afraid of not giving great quality service.
You should.
There's this thing called social media. Yeah. You can get put on blast anywhere now.
And it will really like effectively tank your business.
Like somebody could be dead sitting in your chair being like, this bitch,
look at what she did.
Like, so I don't know.
No, yeah. I feel like for the girls, if you getting your hair done, we got to take it back to old school. They got to have Yelp. They got to have a Google landing page. Like, your business needs to come up and I need a Yelp review. And then I need to be able to go to your Instagram and
what's
see
the average now? I feel like back in the day when I was really getting my hair done, the average was like $75 for like a wash and set or some shit like that.
I feel like if I go to my girl and I don't get
it's like $90
or a trim, it's $120 maybe or $110.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pay that. The thing is, for your hair and your like nails, I feel like this is where you don't want to skimp. Because you go, like, so if y'all already charging out the ass, why you not doing the whole job? But I feel like when I look at places and it's like, it's only $60. I'm like,
that's tricky too.
What you doing in there?
I know.
Like,
that's tricky too.
What kind of shit you got going on in this kitchen? You only charging $60. So that's when I'm wary.
It's like, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. Yeah. And that's what I'm learning now. Like, I think, you want to cut corners and save money because, times are rough and you want to look good, even though, you may not have all the coins. But I'm learning now, like, taking the recommendations from your homegirl who is on a budget just like you to get your braids done for $80 might not be
the best way.
You know what I'm saying? You're better off probably spending that $300 and going to a salon because you're going to get what you want.
You're going to get exactly what you pay for.
Right. Yeah. You're not getting ready to go on an experience, which that's why now this was my last attempt. I found this girl on Craigslist.
You found her on Craigslist. Fault. Okay, yeah.
It's my fault.
Okay. You know what? It is your fault.
It's my fault.
It's my fault. Yeah. I had sympathy for you until you said you found her on Craigslist.
You know what it was? I found her on Craigslist and then it was like, oh, she had legit stuff. She had like a legit website to make appointments. She had a really, really fly Instagram, a whole bunch of really like great reviews. She had in a salon. And I was like, okay, this could be good. But when I got there, she didn't have time to wash my hair.
Baby, I feel like I would have just left. I gotta go, girl.
And then the best part was there was a guy there who was like, I don't know what his deal was, but he like came busting out the back like he was security or something.
And did what?
And just looked at me real crazy.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
these are things I hope for you to be able to avoid in the future.
I think, you gave me the braid bar. I'm definitely going to probably go there.
I love the braid bar, y'all. The braid bar in LA, like my girl Twy kills my hair every single time. And the parts be surgical.
Yeah.
Like she just kills it. And she be on time. She did this in 5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. And this is like waist length medium braids. Like, but she's just amazing. You gonna get good R&B. You could get the hair at the salon. Like, I really do appreciate a good experience. I mean, no, but you probably could bring some though.
I think you can.
You probably could
I think that's a great part of the experience if you get your hair done and they have like champagne. Love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like a little
I don't know. I think for Black women nowadays, I think that we all gotta like go back to our roots of the great salon.
We do.
Where you go and you get your hair done and you learn some shit.
You definitely do. I also just want us to be confident in our just in our expression of our hair and how we style it and how we wear it. Like,
get the referral.
Like, really start to challenge these policies that I feel like are not inclusive of us.
Speaking of what Mark said, he gonna say get the referral. The braids lady was a referral from a comic that I knew.
But did you see her pictures though?
Here's the tea.
Okay.
Let me, because I need to make sure I say this without being
okay.
What is quality to you may not be quality to somebody else.
This is factual. This is why you got to see photos.
Even if, what if you see their hair and you like, I like their hair, but it's good for them. You might be a little bit more bougier.
But I don't understand how 1,038 braids could be good on one person. I just need
maybe
to
her
know.
neck was different.
Was her head the size of a basketball?
she was like,
did she have braids all the way down to her cheek?
But then again, when I did send her a picture of how many braids I had, she was like, I don't know what happened.
It was so many braids.
She did. The person that referred me did say she never put that many braids in my
That
head.
is just aggressively.
She seemed very much freaking out under pressure because once, like you
her
said, her baby, and then, but she was also had another client. She was supposed to be doing my hair, then another person was supposed to come. And I don't know, because it was weird. The amount of hair that I brought was what she said I needed, and then she ran out of that. And she went, and she had her, and then so at this point, my eyes got big. I was like, how did you run out of?
For context, they be asking you to bring like 9 bags of braid or bags of hair. So if you get to an appointment and they run out of 9 bags of hair, like, she has really put mad hair in your
She
hair.
snapped. And when I was like, you ran out? She was like, yeah. I was like, well, can I see?
It's still loose hair in there? Like, okay.
Because then they don't give you a mirror. So I had to look on your phone. And when you see what's going down to you in the middle of knowing it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
It really, so I have really, I'm learning I have lucked
out. It's too late.
I have lucked out.
When you sit in the chair and you see what happened
how many braids, how many millions
how many braids or how short she might have cut your, and now you sitting there looking like you about to go to the offering plate at church.
Sorry that happened to
It's too late. You like.
It'd be the kind of braids where you put it in a ponytail and the part that's going in the ponytail look thick. Like it's sitting off of your head like 5 inches.
Thank you. That's how it was. The lady
fight.
that was doing the makeup for the TV show that I was on after getting those horrific braids, I sat down in a chair and she was behind me. She was like, "Oh, baby,
I'm so sorry."
She was like, "Maybe if I put him in a point." It wouldn't lay flat. She had just took it and I looked.
You had a bouffant, but
it was almost like this woman wanted to ruin me. It was like I wanted to go over there and like, and then I sent her a picture on set being like, "This is me. This is what you have done."
I wonder if she was embarrassed. Like when they do your hair and it's fucked up, I wonder, do they be knowing?
She told me it was going to go down in a couple of days when it loosened up. It was going to flatten.
What?
I said I can't even do it. I said, where the parts at? Oh, we got it. I was like, where the parts at? She was like, there are parts. You'll see them when it rests, when they go down. I couldn't. All I know is when I got home and I was taking them down, she told me that God is watching me, and He watched me take them bitches down.
You take them down. You taking them down.
Me take them down.
He was like really guiding that experience. Like this ain't for you.
It was awful.
Damn. Okay. Well, we just want to encourage y'all to live into your blackness and wear your hair however you want, and to challenge policies that are not inclusive of black hair, and also to look at the Yelp reviews. Because you just never know.
I wouldn't take that advice.
Look at the Yelp reviews. If the person don't got a Yelp, if they don't got a Google landing page, I feel like a landing page is what I think it is. I don't know. I think when you type in a name of something on the internet and it lands on Google and they have like a little picture of the business, that's what I mean when I say landing page. I don't know if that's accurate. But if they don't have a Google landing page and a Yelp, don't book it. And you need to be able to look at their Instagram and see what they're doing. Like this is a prerequisite. And for the nails too. Yeah. Yes. You're going to be a bad bitch. Make sure you are a safe bad bitch. Because people will be out here tearing you up.
Taking your edges.
Taking your edges. You got to go.
Taking the middle of your scalp.
Be somewhere where you got to be on camera and your hair look crazy. And I don't want that for
Or when you take it down, you like, well, I got to take off my whole head.
I'm going to have to find some weave for my edges now. So
when I took out my sewing, I was like, well, I might as well go get a cut. Because I'm like Benjamin Franklin standing here. Krusty the Clown. A bitch looked like Bozo. I was like, it was so
Sideshow Bob.
You like, this bitch just sewed it onto my.
You don't need that.
In a nutshell, guys, keep trial and error out there. Keep trying to find your perfect stylist.
Yes, and good luck and Godspeed.
Okay, because you're going to need it. You are going to need it.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe and share. And if there's things that you want to hear us talk about, definitely leave that in the comments. And I also just want to say thank you guys for watching. We love doing this. So yes.
Thanks, guys. Leave comments below if I can get words out today. And follow us on Instagram and YouTube.
The girls want to know. Bye, boos.